Pardon the framing issues here. You can't see anything on my shelves. All you can see there is cat hair. I'm not centered, and you start looking real warped when you get to the edges. Okay, I should be more centered. This is terrifying. This is even more precarious a setup than last time. My eyes look crazy. Nobody's here yet, and that's okay. You know what I can do in the meantime, waiting for people to show up. I can eat my yogurt. Where did I put my spoon? I put my spoon in the makeup, the brush bag, yes. Oh, my stomach is a mess all the time because I have irritable bowel syndrome and hideous anxiety. So what do you do for that? Why, probiotics, of course. But what do you do when you have lactose intolerance? Well, you have to take dairy relief extra strength tablets to eat your yogurt to get your probiotics to fix your stomach that turns into a war zone when you eat dairy. So this is weird. This is weird framing. I gotta do something different here. Okay, so I really need to like spend some time. I 1 like and 0 viewers. You know, that's fair. That's an accurate reflection of, everything's falling. Hold on. Okay, cool. We're just gonna chill. We're just gonna hang out till people show up. My hair is really interesting. I like it. I forgot I was gonna put dry shampoo on it because it looks a little flat, but that's okay. That's okay. Hello to anybody who watches later. I am going to take this makeup off and fix it because my eye makeup is what I slept in last night. Is that something that you should do? Absolutely not. Under no circumstances should you do that, but I did. So we're gonna rip off the fake eyelashes. I dropped one of my lactase tablets here. I'm gonna do something else. Gonna do something else with my makeup. You can't really see it. Hold on. I'm wearing my my Gamzee shirt. My terminally capricious shirt. I love their like their like handles. Okay, hold on, I gotta chew my lactase pills. These actually, the off-brand extra strength ones taste better than the Lactaid vanilla bean ones. Hi, Nools. Poking in to say hello. Not sure how long I'll be around. Fun night last night then? Nope, just lazy. Just slept with my eyeballs on. Just slept with my face on. I dropped it again. Hi, Willie. Welcome. I'm gonna eat a yogurt because I haven't eaten and it's noon. My blood sugar is steadily sinking. So pardon the sorry. I'm just gonna eat real quick while I wait for people to show up. This framing is not good. I'm not a fan of this at all. I have other places in my house to stream. That stream that got cut off so ridiculously abruptly the other night because a bunch of stuff came up. I'm gonna stream in Roxy's room. Exactly. YouTube apology setup. The apology's just for the entirety of my YouTube presence though. And this was my pitiful attempt at decorating. I got that from an antique shop, overpriced like cone white woman tree decoration. And that's a tarot giant coffee cup from like Five Below that I put fake flowers in from like a Hobby Lobby or something. So that's, and they're on a coffee table, of course. I'll definitely do some more streams in the future in the basement in Roxy's room. And I've got a couple other plans for other places to stream. I'm holding my spoon weird. Sorry. You need to go to Michael's. I like Michael's a lot. I like those crafty stores far more than is advisable for someone in my income bracket. So, yeah. They're great. I have a bunch of cool little decorations from places like that. I do like crafty stuff. Doing crafty stuff is fun. let me finish my yogurt, and we'll get things underway. And I'll explain what's going on. I must apologize yet again to the three of you it's showing who are present. This stream might be a little bit short. I'm aiming for like an hour. We will see. I should be able to go for like 50 minutes to an hour. And I should have gotten started earlier, but I've just had many inconvenient and unpredictable things that arose this past week. So I apologize for that. If I forget, somebody remind me to tell you guys what happened with my kitties. Because that was a whole disaster yesterday. It was wild. Okay. Last bite of yogurt, and then we'll get it together here. Okay. So, let me fix things. Rearrange my setup here. My setup is a disaster, of course. I love this old love seat. It doesn't match my aesthetic or the colors I like at all, but it's still cool. I'm not wearing any of my... I should be wearing my Capricorn necklace, but I'm not. I have earrings somewhere around here, I think, but I don't have those on either. Oh, that's okay. So, hi. How are you guys doing? I will have to explain this again shortly, I'm sure, but it is April 13th, 4/13. 4/13 is the day that the Homestuck webcomic started, the infamous webcomic that has more individual words than War and Peace and is longer than the Bible. And it will drive you categorically insane if you read it. But it leaves a scar. It leaves a scar. It leaves like a keloid on your psyche that you can't get lasered off. Okay. You can't laser, nobody asked, Michelle. Nobody asked. That's just okay. So, because it's Homestuck Day and I love Homestuck, I am wearing my Gamzee sweatshirt. I'm wearing my polka dot pajama pants that I got because they come up when you search for Gamzee cosplay stuff. Because people, yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I love this moth. I don't know if I can prop it up here. Okay. Fellow females, and or female adjacent organisms in the chat. Do any of you take your bra off and then hide it behind a cushion? And then forget to put it away? Because I just found a bra behind this moth pillow. I don't know when that got there. I really want you guys... That's cute. Okay. Perfect. Nailed it. So, I wanted to do something stupid for Homestuck Day. First, I was thinking I would do, like, the full, like, stereotypical, like, joke makeup. Because I do have, like, sticks of gray body paint makeup. Because I want to do, like, cosplays of the Homestuck, the Alternians, the aliens, the trolls, the little gray kids. But also, my boyfriend is working a half day. So if he were to come home and be like, hey, babe, you want to go on a hike? And I'm gray, I don't rightly know what his reaction would be. So instead of doing that, as funny as that would have been, if I'd started this at like 8, I could have, and then just wiped it off. But instead, I decided what I'm going to do is, because Gamzee, who is the one with like the really floofy hair and the big like ram horns, who is the, spoilers, he's the like stoner, juggalo, kind of like rich kid in their caste system who turns into a kind of serial killer, who is also the messiah of his own religion. That character. I love Gamzee. I am a Gamzee apologist. That's not true. People who talk about like characters they like say that they're apologists and they don't. There, my hair looks okay. That's a whole tangent. But what else are we here for other than tangents? people say as a colloquialism that they are a character apologist, when in actuality they just like a morally ambiguous or evil character, and they don't actually think that the character's actions are justifiable. But since the morality police, some reason, have decided to align themselves with things like anime and webcomics, peculiar move to try to act like you're morally superior to anybody and then be an anime fan. I never quite grasped that, but they freak out because they don't understand people are being like facetious when they say I'm a character apologist. Anyway, I'm not a, okay, maybe I am a Gamzee apologist, but that gets you death threats online. So anyway, Gamzee, the little stoner juggalo gremlin kid from Homestuck. I love him. And I was thinking, what I'll do is I will just, if she knocks that stuff down, I'm going to cry. Please be careful, Nemblestein, my pretty girl. Remind me, I'll tell you what happened with the cats yesterday. It was a mess. I need to actually look at the camera instead of myself. I'm sorry. I'll do better. I'm just going to do makeup that's like Gamzee inspired. That could have gone worse. So I was thinking I'm going to do purple and maybe some gray and a little touch of like yellow or orange. I have a bunch of real cheap eyeshadow palettes here. This is this BH Cosmetics is the brand. I got the Tokyo palette. So cheap it doesn't even have a mirror, but it's got real funky colors. I have, this is ancient. This is like a petri dish by this point. The BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which was, BH Cosmetics is really affordable makeup and makeup brushes. All of my makeup brushes are from them because they're like really affordable, actually. And like they were a big craze for a while. So here is this is just more of the same quality of like pigmented eyeshadow. So we're gonna do some poiples. We're gonna do some poiples. This, I used to spend so much money at Ulta that I got this like $70-ish, I think, Urban Decay eyeshadow palette for free. That's how many points I had. I had a problem. I had a serious problem. These are the colors in this. This one I wouldn't have used anyway, so it's not a problem that it fell out, but it's got like silver and black and purple, of course. And then I have this, which I got on sale. None of you care, but the Anastasia Beverly Hills brand is really expensive makeup. Really expensive makeup. But I got this on a clearance table at like a Marshall's, is that what it's called, type place where you get like discount makeup and stuff. So this has like silver in it and whites and glitters, so, and it has a really good purple as well. So yes, that's what's going to happen. Nemi wants my yogurt. That is unacceptable. That is not going to happen. Nemi had a massive brunch. She's gonna be fine, actually. But if she steps on this box that's caving in that the tripod's on, nobody's gonna be fine. Stay, little girl. No, no, honey. Okay, so that's the objective. I didn't want to jump scare you guys by looking like I look without my makeup to start. So I have my makeup wipes. I don't know how I'm going to get them out of here with the fake nails on, but we're going to try. I might stab them with the spoon handle. I've done that before. I'm going to take the like giant eyelashes off, and we will start anew. We will start afresh. Hi Ryan Lynn. I just arrived and the bras are off. No, I just found one that I took off like under my shirt and like maneuvered it out and hid it under a pillow on the couch so it wouldn't just be laying out, and then I forgot to put it away. So yeah, I just found it. I know you're not supposed to do this. Watch me chip my tooth on camera. Will you guys tell your friends to subscribe if I chip my tooth on camera? You better. Oh, well, that felt funny. That didn't feel very good. I've had healthy teeth for far too long. We need to do something about this. It's time, I think. It's time. So Nemi's now trying to get in a drawer. That's fine too, I guess. Hi, Plague Trucker Zach. I find it hard to believe there isn't a single pair of scissors in your house, or at least a... So, I'm stupid and I don't have a nail clipper in my, like, makeup thing here. I don't think. Actually, maybe I have tweezers. Let me look. You guys are so smart. I have nail clippers. That's good. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are great. I appreciate you guys a lot. Cool. Found nail clippers. I do have scissors, but the problem is I'm like entombed in this particular spot. I have a box that I got stuff shipped in that the little tripod is on, and that's on like the ottoman, the footstool. And then I just would have to like clamber around very awkwardly and things would probably fall. I desperately need to figure out my setup here better. These don't have a, like, the pokey thing, these don't have like the pocket knife thing, which is just a pokey nail file. So I can't, there we go. Okay, all right, okay. So now that hopefully people were like, oh, it's a lady who looks kind of presentable. Now I'm gonna wipe it all off and we're gonna start from ground zero here, which is very much an appropriately negative connotation for what I look like without the makeup. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the input. You guys helped. Hello, Spooky Weeb Trash, welcome. Hello, Orla, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so I will explain again what I'm doing real quick, and then the viewer count's gonna halve, which is fair. It's 4/13, April 13th. Guess what day that is? That is Homestuck Day. That's when Homestuck started back in what? 09? I think. Anyway, I was gonna like paint myself gray because I thought that would be hilarious to do like Homestuck troll makeup, just paint myself gray for no reason and then have to sit here and be gray all day in my house. But my boyfriend's coming home from work in like 40 minutes and I didn't know what I would do if he came home and was like, hey babe, do you want to like go on a hike or something? And then I'm just gray, completely gray. I don't know how that would go over. I don't know how the people in the park would feel. So instead, I've got my Gamzee shirt on because he is one of my favorite characters. And I was just going to do Gamzee themed eyeshadow and then kind of sort of formulate the whole rest of the face around that. So that's what we're doing here. Did I say hello, Jump Pogo? Welcome. And yeah, hi, Snoopy. Yeah, 4/13 instead of 4/20. Okay, first jump scare. Taking the eyelashes off. Oh, they're real stuck. Okay. Ugh. Gotta do this. Gotta get rid of these first. Gently. And people are dropping off fast. That's okay. That is fair. I'm also wearing real freaky, like, icy blue contacts because I didn't know which ones to wear today. Which of my, like, colored contacts to wear. I'll wipe off a little bit of this to restart and have a fresh canvas. But I always kind of think about how sometimes when people will cosplay characters with like little beady pupil type eyes, like, I don't know, like Ed, and Eddy characters or like regular show characters or just kind of standard cartoon characters, sometimes they'll do like white contacts to like block out the entire iris. So you actually look like you have that little beady pinpoint pupil eye. And this was the closest I could get. This is all I could do. So I think kind of having icy, unsettling looking eyes fits with Gamzee and just me being generally a bit unsettling. Sorry about my finger in the way. I apologize. My finger is greasy from the makeup wipe, so I can't like scroll through the chat. Yeah, Orla said, lol, it's your fault that YouTube thinks I like makeup. Yeah. Oh, good for you. Good for you, Spooky. Yeah, you're busy a lot, aren't you? You're, yeah. This is your first Saturday off in a while. Well, I'm glad you're off, and yeah, I'm glad we can hang out from afar and stuff. Yes. Please don't look at me sleeping in my eye makeup. Well, you know I do this. and then just fixing it with a Neutrogena. I forgot. Real makeup artists show their products. Neutrogena Hydro Boost with hyaluronic ultra soft cleansing towelettes. Do you remember, Spooky, do you remember how Brittany Broski, her entire skincare routine just used to be like wiping her face with these, and her friends were horrified, and then she finally got like into correct skincare? I thought that was so funny. I've never had more of a literally me moment. It was so funny. There, I just smear eyeshadow and stuff all over my face. I don't have a mirror here to look at, so I'm just gonna look at you guys unsettlingly close. You're braver than me putting those lenses in your eyes. Yeah, they are soft lenses. They are soft, but part of the problem, Spooky can confirm this, is that, so I'm too lazy and cheap to go. I'm gonna wipe my eyebrows off, and you guys are gonna see why I color in my eyebrows. It's, oh my god, you couldn't possibly know how unfortunate the situation is without me coloring in my eyebrows. So I'm lazy and cheap, and I don't have optical, so I don't want to go get my eyeball prescription updated when I know that my prescription has not really changed much. It stopped worsening, and my one eye actually got a little bit better, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure like with nearsightedness, as you age and your eyeballs kind of age, the shape of them kind of like deflates and changes. Nearsightedness can sometimes reverse itself ever so slightly, to my understanding. So like one of my eyes got better the last time I went in. Yeah, like I don't want to go in, spend $300 for an eye exam and buying a bunch of contacts. So what I do, hi Allie, welcome. What I do is there is one cosplay contact website that is still so sketchy that they don't require you to upload a prescription. So I just buy prescription contacts of my strength from there. Is that makeup? Yes. Just a giant splat of makeup. I just buy them in my prescription of all different colors, and I wear them for a long time, and then I order like a bunch more. So that's what I'm doing. So this particular website used to have contacts that were like the same quality as like the decent ones you can buy. Like you go to your, is it an optometrist? Right? It's not an ophthalmologist, is it? It's an somebody, whatever. You go to your doctor, you know, the contacts they can order for you, this website's cosplay contacts used to be that high of quality. No longer. They're making them cheaper and cheaper, and my god, it takes you a long time to get these in your eyes. It's rough. Okay, I just got a text that my boyfriend is on his way. He should be another 30 minutes. So this is now also a speed run video. So, oh boy, this is going to be a lot. Zach said, I always relate to the story of how I stepped off the plane in Kuwait and it was so hot that my vision corrected for 8 hours. Oh my god, that's funny, Spooky. Okay, so that reminds me, I have to tell you guys what happened with my cats yesterday. Speaking of being slightly hungover. They're okay now, but okay, so what happened is that I had a really hectic like day before, and then yesterday morning was still kind of stressful. And I did something that like I would never do. I've never done it before. And it's just one of those things that makes you want to punch yourself in the face, if that would actually just not make everything exponentially worse for everyone involved. So I had a super stressful morning. I did not know that a bottle of Tylenol gel caps had gotten like spilled. I don't know how this happened exactly, but they got spilled. I didn't know they were spilled, or I didn't know that any of them had been like missed when we were picking them up. And then I was just so scatterbrained from a bunch of stuff going on that I let the cats in the room where the Tylenol had been spilled. Normally they don't really get to go in that room. There are just certain rooms that we keep them out of because we don't like, if we've got laundry like folded up or whatever, we don't want them sleeping on it and getting it hairy. I cannot maneuver my fingers with these stupid tacky nails on, and that just adds to the thrill of the speed run challenge, right? So yeah, the cats were in the room where the Tylenol gel caps were, maybe for like an hour, and I didn't know. And then I went in there later and realized, oh, I didn't even realize I left this door open. And then I realized, oh, shit, because these are like 325 milligram gel caps. They're big boys. They're big boys for big stress headaches that my boyfriend and I get. All right, come on, Michelle. We don't have time to think. No time for thinking. You don't think anyway normally, so don't act like this is a big imposition. Okay, we're gonna do, okay, crease. We're gonna find a crease color. I'm panicking. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so I went into full-on panic mode. So there was one time years ago, it was during a really, really bad part of my life. I will just divulge some personal information here, despite that being quite the faux pas. This was a couple years back, and I was creeping up on ending a relationship that I had been in for 9 years. And I was really stressed out. I was not thinking clearly, because you don't in situations like that. Anybody who's been through a breakup that was of a long-term or serious relationship knows you kind of almost aren't thinking clearly. And this happened then. I had set like 2 ibuprofen gel caps on the nightstand. I was gonna take them. I was laying in bed, and Mira was let into the bedroom. Mira's my baby. She's my best friend. She's my homie. She's my, insert racial epithet with endearing connotations here. And she chewed up one of the gel caps. And I caught her doing it, and I freaked the hell out. Because acetaminophen is toxic to cats. That is not one of those things that is not one of those things that is a drug that you can give to humans or cats. Acetaminophen is highly toxic to cats. They cannot metabolize it. So I had to run into the vet. Thank God they were able to get me in. They really like me, so they let me bring her in. I need to pick a purple here. I need to just commit already. I have a lot of purples here. Let's start with that purple. It's very purple. A very purple. Great start. I had to rush her in, and they don't actually like pump their stomachs. I don't know if that's something they actually do with dogs, but with cats, and I think you can do this with dogs too, they try to give them peroxide. Peroxide will stimulate, vomiting. But I don't think that worked. So then they have an actual medication they administer that stimulates the vomiting. So they get the ibuprofen out before it gets into their bloodstream. So they had to do that. It was hellish. I felt horrible. It was so scary because Mira's like, she's more like a dog than a cat. She's her like emotional intelligence, not to anthropomorphize a cat by saying it has emotional intelligence, but how attuned she is to like your tone of voice, how much eye contact she makes, like meaningful eye contact, it's significant, you know? So you can have more of an actual like relationship with this little animal than you can with a lot of cats. You know, Mira's my baby. She's my beloved. And it was awful, but she, you know, they were able to induce vomiting. I'm gonna try to fix my eyebrows up here a little bit while we talk. And yeah, she was okay. But the medication they give them, my bangs are short and it's weirding me out, but I needed her to cut them short in case it's a while till I see her again. Because if I cut them myself, I look like Spock. I learned that the hard way. Never again. Yeah. Did I finish what I was saying? I don't know. Anyway, this has happened once before, so it was like, it was so upsetting to do it again, you know, to make the same mistake again. And so I was like, well, Mira's done it before, so there's a likelihood. Because she likes chewy things. Her favorite toys are rubbery, like squishy rubbery things. Like there are very few toys that you can find that are safe where like they can't chew little pieces off. So I have these weird like autism stim toys that I think somebody got me for side quest for Lyra that she plays with, that are safe for her to play with, and she carries them around in like warbles to let everybody know that she killed her like stretchy rubber string autism toy. Yeah, so she likes chewy squishy things, and she did this once years ago. So I was like, Mira, at the very least, I would suspect of having maybe eaten one of these gel caps or tried to. Which is funny because she's picky the rest of the time. She's super picky. But all four of them, there's the indoor-outdoor cat and Roxy, but all four of the main little group that have free roam of this house all the time had been in there. So I called my vet and I'm like, hey, quick question. I have no idea if any of these cats ate even one of these or even like looked at one or noticed they were laying around. None of them could have chewed on one, or one of them could have, and I have no idea who might have. What do I do? And they said, if you can bring them in here as soon as possible, we'll take care of them for you. Because the first thing the vet tech said was, well, I mean, you can try to induce vomiting at home, which would mean giving each of them, I think it's like 10, it can't be milliliters. Is it milliliters? 10 to 15, or no, 10 milligrams of peroxide every 10 to 15 minutes. So I would have to take a syringe and force peroxide down each of my 4 cats' throats every 10. Do you know what that would be like? That would be insane. That there's no way, you know, that would be really, it would be one thing if I had to give an animal insulin shots, but like, I'm like, I can't do that. Are you freaking kidding me? To 4 cats, like that would be hellish. You know, they would tear me up. They'd be terrified. They'd be traumatized, of course. So they were able to fit them into the schedule. I've never driven in a car with 4 freaking cats all in carriers, but I did. I took them in. Oh, I love my vets so much. I don't know what I would do without them. Thank God for them. I really have to hustle here. I'm sorry, you guys. All my streams end up being shorter than I mean. Yeah, 4. I have an indoor-outdoor cat. He was just chilling. He was outside. He's usually outside. And then Roxy is in her own room because she does not play well with other cats because they were always just trying to kill her or they were eating the very scarce food. So, yeah, Nemi and Mira, who are litter mates, and Domino and Cambria, who are litter mates. All 4 of them, I had to chuck them in carriers and drive them to the vet. So they kept him for a couple hours. They gave him the medication. Told me how much the vet bill was going to be, and I may have cried a little bit, and then they said, all right, give us like 2 hours. That's how long this usually takes, and call us back. So I called back 2 hours later, and they're like, well, vets are at lunch, call back later. So before I could call them back, they called me. This vet who, he is amazing. I thought he was retired, but he's the one who called me, so clearly he's not retired. I'm going to use the gray and the black eyeliner. But I also want to do, let me think. I want to do some silver too, possibly. Since the little gray kids are the characters that everybody knows. I'll do this silver. Since I know you guys are all going to be in awe and you're all going to want to replicate this at home like today. The vet called me laughing and he's like, well, we couldn't get a single one of them to vomit. Not one, you know, and it had been like 4 hours. And I'm like, okay. So that's not great. You know, if none of them ingested it, it's fine. But if one or two of them did and they weren't able to get it out of their system before their body starts to try to metabolize it, that's really bad. So what he told me was, we're going to keep them a couple more hours. Then you can pick them up. And I have to take all 4 of them in Monday morning for blood work to see if it shows up in their systems. But, oh, this silver is lighter than the purple. That looks kind of funky. I'll have to do like a gradient with some black. He said to watch them, of course, this morning. That's also part of why I stayed home this morning and decided to do a stream. They're all hanging out like right in the living room area here, so I can see them all. So I'm watching them like a hawk to make sure nobody's dying. They're very specific signs of acetaminophen poisoning in cats. Hello, Octane Junkie. Elf eyeliner Mort. You mean like if I do like shimmery eye like this? I'm just trying to do a little bit of a gradient here. The finer print. How are you? Welcome. She killed the autism stim toy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Mira has stolen some of my autism stim toys that were bought for Lyra. And I have to get a video and like post it for you guys on Twitter or something. It's really cute when she plays with it. Plays with them, rather. She does the cutest little like warble when she's trying to tell you like, yo, dinner's here. And it's this like hairy, stretchy, plastic like worm thing. But yeah, so if any of them had shown any signs of it, I would have had to take them to an emergency vet. That's one of my least favorite things about COVID. Am I allowed to say that word? Are we allowed to say that word? I don't freaking know anymore. I'm going to do some of the silver on the bottom lash line too. Is that all the vets in my area no longer have one on call. Like, this vet used to always have one vet on call at night, which sucks. My boyfriend has a job where he's on call a lot because the thing he does happens all the time. You know, so I understand how awful that is for people, but like, these vets would come in if your animal was like in the midst of a serious emergency, and now they don't do that anymore. So I would have had to have driven like 40 minutes if one of the cats was having a medical emergency. That looks kind of cool. Sort of the smoky gray. I like that. Okay. I'm sorry, I gotta hustle here, you guys. I'm trying to think faster than I normally think. But they're all fine. Been watching them like a hawk. I took a bunch of screenshots so I don't even have to go to my internet browser on my phone of the symptoms of acetaminophen poisoning. None of them have it. They all have great appetites. None of them have like swollen faces or feet. They're not showing any like oxygen deprivation, like their mucous membranes, their gums and stuff aren't gray. They have normal energy levels. They're all sleeping, but they're cats, so of course they're sleeping. They were all like cheery when we woke up this morning. They're always very cheery and like social in the morning. I need to find, you know what? I'm gonna do, in the inner corner, I'm gonna do some of the, you know how their horns look like candy corn? I'll do some like yellow or orange in the eye corner area. Yes. If I can find a brush to do that on. I have old Q-tips. That's gross. Like makeup smudging Q-tips. Maybe I can use this. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. We'll see how catastrophically this goes. But they were all fine this morning, totally fine. Yeah, I'll just do a tiny little speck of like yellow toward the inner corner and see how that looks. It's gonna look wacky. This is not a color combination you would ever normally do, but it's for a special occasion. They're all fine. I just have to take them in Monday for blood work to see if any of them test positive for it in their systems. But what was funny, it's not funny, it's disgusting and it made me want to scream, but it was funny. Hi, Tyler Knox. Welcome. How are you? What was funny is like these cats, sorry to be gross, you guys. Hi, Whitechapel. They administered the medication to, you know, get them to throw up if they had any acetaminophen in their systems. None of them would. They had them for like 7 hours and they didn't, not one of them. And I get them home and all four of them barfed all over the house instantaneously. It was disgusting. It was like something out of a sitcom. I wanted to scream. Like as soon as I got home with them, it starts just all over the place. So I was running around with Lysol and, you know, waiting till they were out of like range of smelling the Lysol because I didn't want to make them even more sick smelling it. And paper towels, and I had to clean up the house. So that was good. That was great. They all waited until we got home, and then they did. So again, it's quite possible none of them ingested any. Actually, this looks kind of cool. Huh. When you inadvertently do makeup that looks kind of interesting. Yay. It kind of looks like a sunset or something. There we go. That's all right. That's fine. Okay. Let me slap on some eyeliner here. Where did I put it? It's like sitting under me. It like rolled under my thigh here. So it's hiding forever. Dude, come on. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. I'm going to do gray on the inner part and then black on the outer part. It's going to look stupid. And that's okay. That's Dory's scene from Stand By Me, right? Just got out of the gym and you're headed to your meeting at Hair Club. Nice, Tyler. Yeah, so the bad thing is if they got any in them, then they have some of it in their systems already by that time. Good news is none of them are acting like they have any of it in their systems this morning. So it was probably all for nothing, but it was just one of those things. Exactly, Octane Junkie. Yeah, the car ride, they needed the car ride to get queasy, and that wasn't happening. It's just one of those things where it's like, I sat there and thought about it and was like, there's a very good chance none of them ingested any of it, you know? I think it tastes bad, and with Mira, too, even though she did it before, it's like, she could have been, like, nauseated, because from my experience, a lot of cats, if they like smell something that's made them sick before, it like repulses them, you know, a good little evolutionary feature there. So it's like she might have been the least likely candidate to eat any of it, but you know, you just don't know. So I wish I knew which location my boyfriend was at, but I can't text him because I'm using my phone for this. So I would know if he'd be home in like 25 or 35 minutes. But it was just one of those things where it's like, dude, if one of them did ingest it and I don't take them into the vet, I will never forgive myself. You know? I wouldn't be able to live with myself. So that was my day yesterday. It was crazy. It was insanely stressful. And my vets, because I've been a client of theirs for quite a while and they really like me, and I've taken them flowers before, like when they euthanized my ferret and they were so kind. about it. I took them in a giant, like bouquet, like a $50 bouquet of flowers. I bought them and I wrote them a thank you card. They really like me. So they said it was going to be $300 to $400 yesterday, and they charged me 120. Like, they did not have to do that. That was, I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe they did that. That was so nice. So yeah, they're the best. They're categorically the best. So I really appreciated that. That was my adventure yesterday. So USA roads plus moving cat. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's awful. Yeah, and then I have to drive because you've got animals in the car. It's kind of like, you know, if you had a poor, like, sick kid in your car, like, you have to drive like a 90-year-old to try and keep them from getting more car sick, and then everybody's livid the exact same way I'm livid when I'm behind someone driving like a 90-year-old. And that's why I always try and tell myself when I'm pissed at somebody driving slow, what if they're taking their cat to the vet? What if their poor kid has a stomach flu and they're driving them home from school right now? Calm down. You'll be okay. I have to, you know, wrangle myself. So let me see. Dude, our regular showed us his cat with 20. That's a lot of toes, dude. Holy cow. That's like a, is there like a turbo polydactyl type cat that has that many toes? Because that's a lot of toes. That's an impressive amount of toes. What else? What else is going on in your guys' lives? I wish I'd been able to start streaming sooner. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to start like apologizing 24/7. But I am sorry, like Spooky was saying with her life. I've been crazy busy lately. And like I thought I was going to be able to stream every other weekend, and then that didn't end up happening the way I thought it would because our schedules changed again. But anyway, I will definitely find another day to hang out with you guys soon. Because I don't tend to get all of my thoughts out in under like 3.5 hours. It takes me about an hour and a half to get out a single coherent thought typically, you know, so like this is really, really pushing it. I'm trying so hard to get this symmetrical. It does look kind of cool, weirdly. Very strange, but kind of cool. I hope we see more of you, Chat-Mort Senpai. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll definitely be around more. I'll get that figured out. Yeah, it's been incredibly frustrating because the schedule changes have been nonstop. And some of them are the kind that you can kind of prepare for and try to like work with. And then other ones are just, you don't know they're happening until they've already happened. And that is very frustrating, you know? But that's like a big smudgy brush. So that's kind of a smudgy bottom lash line there. That's all right. What else do we need? Need mascara for sure. I want to do some eyelashes if I have time here. If I do have to go super abruptly, I apologize. That might happen again today. But I'm going to do my best to keep that from happening in the future. Well, it sucks because my period where I didn't have much going on, I was not on the internet much for, I don't know, a litany of reasons. Litany is a good word. Litany means list, right? Or a litany is like a certain kind of prayer where you're listing stuff. Right? Yes? Did any of you guys watch Wendigoon's new video on that book of the Bible? It was one of Paul's letters, right? I only half watched it. I'm going to have to rewatch it. I really do appreciate how he explains those things and makes them make sense, you know? Like, I feel like all of my years of Sunday school and church, I learned less and understood less about the Bible than I have watching like 5 Wendigoon videos on various books of the Bible and different interesting actors within that part of history, you know? Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I feel a little bit less scary. Yes. Okay. So I am going to start these, starting the blush and the highlighter, because my face is too goopy to do powder. I've just given up on that. But I need your input on what lashes to do. I want to do big tacky lashes today, which I don't usually do. But I just kind of feel like doing it today. I've got these really spiky lashes. Really like tacky spiky. I could do these. Hold on. Let me get the lid off of them here. Mira eats eyelashes too. She tries. So I'm glad she's sleeping over there. Yeah, let me think. I can either do these like really weird spiky ones, or these just gigantic floofy ones that are very close to those that I took off. So like the real spiky ones or the big fluffy ones, you guys let me know. And I'm going to start on my blush and highlighter in the meantime. You're gay, that's my input. Rude, Froman. Rude. Too much internet mixed with IRL drama explains your long absence. Yeah, wait, say his name again. Whose name? Are you talking to me? I forget. Whose name did I say that I could have mispronounced? Oh, he's home already. Damn it. That's not a good reaction to have when your boyfriend's home. I still need you guys to tell me whether you want me to do the spiky or fluffy lashes. Really fast if you can. Spikes. Okay, I'll do the spikes. I'll post a picture on Twitter. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. This sucks. I wanted to at least... I should have started this earlier, but I had a bunch of crap going on. Okay, I will do the spikes. And I'll post a picture of the finished look on Twitter here. But I do intend to hang out with you guys much more in the near future, and I really appreciate you all being so patient and accommodating. This is not going to look like this. I swear I'm going to fix the clownishness of this here. But anyway, yeah, just to wrap up pretty quickly. Wendigoon? Did I say his name right? It is Wendigoon, right? But yeah, I gotta go, but I will see you guys again very soon. Thank you guys.